Bom dia, Portugal, tudo bem? This is yet another school strike in Portugal. Let's check it out.
A's good, A's good, A's good, A's good. Wicked. It's Portuguese good.
All right, before we get started, I noticed that many of you who enjoy my content still haven't gotten around to subscribing. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but it really, really helps me out. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go on, smash it. And if you don't,
that's ignorant.
All right, let's get into it. So guys, here we are. What are we? Just, I think 3 weeks into the new school year. And yet again, we're facing the specter of yet another school strike. And this is a bit of breaking news, guys, because it's Thursday morning at 8:45 as I make this recording. And I've just seen that this strike may be happening tomorrow. That's going to be Friday, the 4th of October. Okay, and those of you who do have children at school in Portugal probably need to contact your school and find out, although I imagine they're going to say they aren't even going to know until tomorrow morning. So that's just a heads up for all the parents of school children in Portugal, all of those who've got children at public schools anyway. And yeah, something I have spoken about before on the channel that I see as really a big problem in Portugal with schooling overall. I'm pretty happy with the school system. As you guys know, I've got 2 sons who are attending public school here. I've been pretty happy generally, and both of my sons are very happy with the school system here. It looks as though my older son is going to have no problems going to university, so very happy with all that. But the amount of strikes is really, really something else. I can't remember how many strikes there were last year, but it seems like, you know, once or twice a month, the kids aren't going to school because of some strike action. I'm going to take you over to the story. It's in the Portugal news. All right, so here we are. We're over to the Portugal news. School strike warning issued. So, non-teaching staff are holding a nationwide strike on Friday for better working conditions, believing that the protests will lead to the closure of most schools, with only a minority remaining open and unable to guarantee the safety of students. On Friday, 4th of October, most schools will be closed. Others may be open at the beginning of the day, but then they will close because they will realize that there are no operating conditions. Those that remain open will not have the minimum safety conditions, said Arta Sequeira from the National Federation of Trade Unions of Public and Social Workers, FNS-TFPS, in statements to Lusa. Arta Sequeira said he had concrete data on a major strike, which was announced at the beginning of September, and which, given the lack of response from the Ministry of Education, was not called off. The ministry, which has been aware of this strike for a month, has not scheduled any meeting with the Federation to present any proposal for negotiation based on our list of demands, said the union leader. The creation of special careers is one of the red lines of the workers, who guarantee that until this demand is met, the struggle will continue, he stressed. Wage increases are another of the struggles, since the majority of operational assistants and technical assistants earn the minimum wage or a little more. Arta Sequeira recalled that these workers perform essential functions on a daily basis for the proper functioning of schools, which range from security to controlling conflicts in the playgrounds and ensuring an inclusive school. The FNS-TFPS is also calling for a review of the ordinance on ratios to increase the number of workers, arguing that it is necessary to design an ordinance that is not based on economic principles, but on real numbers, so that public schools can be of quality. On Friday afternoon, school workers will gather at the Basílica da Estrela in Lisbon for a march to the building of the Ministry of Education, Science and Innovation, which is located next to Avenida 24 de Julho. All right, so there we have it, guys. Another strike. Looks like it's going to go ahead tomorrow. And it seems as though, as I say, a lot of schools probably aren't going to be sure whether or not the school day is going to go ahead as normal until tomorrow morning. So that's really going to be a heads up. And I think, yeah, all parents need to be aware of that. And you really need to check what's going on tomorrow morning and have some kind of contingency plan in place for example, if your kid ends up going to school as normal and then the strike happens. I've got a feeling I'm probably going to take a preemptive strike and just get my kids not to go to school tomorrow. I think that's just the simplest way. But yeah, I'm interested to know, especially for people in Portugal who do have kids in public schools, what you think about this. Do you think that there's more strikes than you're used to in Portugal? Obviously, this is going to depend on your home country. Prior to coming to Portugal, my kids were in school in Hong Kong, and I don't remember there ever being any strike action in, I think, something like 10 years. I mean, I was a teacher in Hong Kong as well, so I don't remember there being any strike action. But one thing that's very, very different to Portugal, of course, is that in Hong Kong, teachers are very, very well paid. The working conditions, I know some of my Hong Kong colleagues, if they're watching, are probably going to say, what are you saying? What are you saying, Portuguese? We could always use more money, and the conditions weren't great. But I think compared to a lot of other countries in the world, conditions and pay in Hong Kong were really, really good. We're pretty good. And yeah, obviously, every year we got inflationary pay rises, we got paid holidays, we got sick pay, all those kinds of things that, you know, in most sort of functioning countries, functioning sort of first world countries, I suppose you might say, you would expect. And but yeah, I think a lot of teachers, quite rightly, in my opinion, feel like they're underpaid and undervalued. In this case, we're not actually talking about teachers. We're talking about other sort of school workers, the sort of people in Hong Kong. We used to call them school aunties. So that was sort of the name for them in Hong Kong, the nickname for these people. But they're obviously very valued members of the workforce in the school. So they'll be the people who perhaps sit at the front gate, making sure only the right people come and go. They're the sort of people who monitor behavior in the classrooms. They might be the sort of people who take care of sort of any light maintenance and light errands that need to be run around the school. So they're a very, very important group of people. And I thought it was quite interesting in the context of the video I made yesterday about minimum wage increase, which they're saying will increase the minimum wage for by about 50 euros per month, which some people actually commented on my video that they thought that was quite a lot of money percentage-wise. But I think the point is, when you're already starting from such a low amount of money anyway, you know, adding 50 euros per month in the context of, for example, just something as simple as diesel, the price of diesel going up by, you know, several cents, and, you know, a few other small price increases that can be absorbed, you know, extremely quickly, as we all know. So anyway, I'd like to hear your comments below. As always, I will link to this article in the show notes. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's right that these people should take this kind of industrial action? Do you think that they should get a pay rise? Do you think that the people doing this type of job deserve to be paid more? And yeah, as always, be respectful. I'm open to listening to everyone's opinion. I'm obviously going to be biased because I'm a teacher and I have kids in local schools here. But the main point really of this video was just to give you guys a heads up on that piece of breaking news. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you like this type of content and you're new around here, please consider subscribing. It really, really helps me. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Muito obrigado, amigos. Ciao.